I'm Alice Huey, and I'm a member of Asbury Church, and I've been a member of Asbury Church for a long, long time. When we were downtown, and I guess we become a member of Asbury about 2 or 3 years before the fire came. And I had to tell you, when I was thinking about talking about this, I felt that the fire brought out so many things in me and in other people. A lot of people were extravagant in their help. Grace Lutheran Church, which was across the street, and immediately they invited us to use their church. So the very first Sunday we met there. So that just shows you the generosity and the stewardship that they were exhibiting. And it almost seemed as if it were going to be, that it was meant to be, because downtown at 9th and London, the Trinity Methodist Church was empty. It was a small church, and they had just merged with another church. And so they just opened their doors and said, come, you can use it as long as you need to. So that made me think about, I thought that what they did was extravagant. And I looked up what extravagant means, and it is said in the dictionary, my dictionary was quite old, but nevertheless, I guess it doesn't change, exceeding the bounds. If something is extravagant, there's within bounds, it's all right, but if it's over that, it's extravagant. I kind of thought back a little bit, and I thought, well, where had I experienced in my life, and I'm sure many of you are the same way, things that were done extravagantly for me. My dad had a drugstore, and he made the best milkshakes you could ever make, because it was the real thing. And he put lots of ice cream in it, And he had been at the drugstore working all day, and he came home. And then I just got this, I was probably about 11 at the time, I got this urge for one of his milkshakes, And so I said, I do wish that I'd asked you ahead of time about bringing me a milkshake. He said, I'll go right back down and make you a milkshake. Can you imagine? My mother was a little disgusted, I think you could wait another day before you got your milkshake. But now that was extravagant. And see, I remember it to this day. I remember the entire scene. It's taking care of things, if you're a steward, that you're taking care of managing things. And so I just felt that our church just has so many opportunities, and it allows us to grow, whether you're 81, as I am, or whether you're 14, or 7. I think the very beginning, when I was thinking about extravagant stewardship, exceeding the bounds of what one might do, I had to especially think of Dick McCride, who is my neighbor. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, I had a problem with plumbing. That's never a nice thing to happen. And of course, we had company from out of town, and they were there for 2 or 3 nights. And so I called Dick, and he said, I'll be right over. And he did. And then he went beyond the bounds. He was extravagant. He fixed it, first of all, which was wonderful. But secondly, then took everything out underneath the sink and got a towel, and dried it, and just such a wonderful thing. And that's what I think that we wish to do in our church, is to be extravagant in the care of each other and of others.